Welcome to the first episode of Quantum Cold Chronicles, where I will be talking about a nonfiction book. This is a pop-sci book on a topic that is interesting to some, gross to others. I think you'll enjoy it. I enjoyed it a lot. So without further ado, this is Cannibalism, A Perfectly Natural History by Bill Schutt. Or Schutt. Schutt or Schutt. I'm not sure about that one. I'm really sorry. This book talks about cannibalisms in humans, but not only in humans, also elsewhere in the animal kingdom, from insects to amphibians, mammals, dinosaurs, which is interesting. If you don't want any spoilers and you just want to know what I thought of the book as an overall, jump to the end now. If you don't mind a little bit of a deep dive, even with spoiling this, I'm telling you, I'm not actually going to give it all away, because you really have to read this book to really get it in. So what really captures me is how well he talks about this topic and just the different aspects of it in the animal kingdom. He's really good at explaining the biology and the science behind it without boring you like a textbook and without killing you kindly with, scientific words. I wasn't in biology. Not my realm of expertise, but this is super, super interesting, I promise you. He's funny, witty, has a dark humor with this topic too, which you kind of have to have a little bit of dark humor with it. Hannibal the Cannibal, right? The first story I want to talk about it made me laugh really, really hard, and I'll give you just a little bit of it. He's talking about Australian redback, which is a spider, and the sexual dimorphism between the two, which is just the male or females are going to be different sizes. This one little sentence, he talks about the copulating of them. At the end of this round, though, rather than allowing him to crawl off, the female wraps her shredded partner in silk, eventually snorking up his now enzyme-liquefied innards like a spider-flavored Slurpee. Thank you, Bill. I will never have a Slurpee again without thinking about spider innards. Thank you for that visualization. He's very descriptive and comical with how these interactions go without being, gory and gross about it. And that's pretty much how all of the interactions are in this. There's another really good one about tadpoles and how the larger tadpoles will eat the smaller ones, just to survival of the fittest type situation. Another one that made me laugh out loud, like absolutely just laugh out loud, with great visuals again, is banana slugs copulating. I don't know if there's any words that are off limits, but we're just going to go ahead and read just a little tiny bit out of this. And even more cringeworthy behavior is exhibited by banana slugs, which become so entwined during sex that they sometimes chew off their partner's corkscrew-shaped penis in an effort to disengage. Ouch. During this process, which is known as apophylation, they are slurped down spaghetti style, occasionally by their owners. So thanks. I'm going to have to think about slugs while I'm slurping down spaghetti from now on. But again, he's really funny with it, and it's not gory gross. It might be gross to some. Maybe not to me. Might be gross to some of you. But if you do find that gross, you're probably not going to enjoy a lot of this book. I'm telling you now. So he goes on to talk about, some different mammals, dinosaurs, which is interesting. Neanderthals and other proto-humans, which I have heard of. I don't know if I'd call them clans or tribes of groups of chimpanzees, where they will go and hunt other groups and they will cannibalize the ones that they hunt and kill. He talks about how the Spaniards came over to Mexico, Central America, the Caribbean, and they spread rumors of cannibalism when there wasn't actually any going on, which is kind of an interesting tactic for them to make sure other colonizers stayed away and they could reap the benefits of that. There's a history lesson in here. It's not just the science, there's a history about things. He also talks about human tribes and how they would go and hunt others and eat maybe certain parts from the tribe that they killed, or how they would take different body parts in a ritualistic sense, like crushing up the skull or eating a spleen or, whatever little part, and that it would bring them vitality or any other thing to help them on their hunt. Because I feel like in pop culture and media, it's very much like, oh, the Mayans are out there sacrificing people and that sort of thing. This is very much like, here's really what was going on. Less about the shiny Hollywood effect of things. It's very cool. I definitely recommend it. There is one section in here that I could not stomach very well, and that's just me. And it's something that's still very much practiced today. Placenta eating. I don't know. There's something about it that I just couldn't do. I was gagging reading it. Do with that what you will. It was still very informative. It was absolutely informative. It just grossed me out, so I sped read through that section. There's a really interesting section in here on mad cow disease, which I remember being a kid of the 90s that it was a really big topic for whatever reason at the time. My parents didn't want us eating McDonald's for a while, which is kind of weird. I mean, you probably shouldn't anyway, but whatever. But it was really cool because I never looked into exactly what mad cow entailed, and this goes into, how it sprung about and how long it took for them to be like, wow, we did this, we have to change our practices when it comes to this. So overall, it was a really interesting book. He's not going to bore you with jargon. It's not going to read like a science textbook. It's very much science-filled, but in a very funny, easy to read, down-to-earth way that's going to make you be very interested and have lots of really cool factoids for your next party. If you like going to parties and just telling random factoids, this is your book. I definitely recommend it. I actually bought it on the Kindle and read it on there, and I loved it so much that I bought a hardback copy to go on my little library shelf. So, definitely recommend. If you have read it before, leave a comment. I would love to know what you thought about it. I haven't talked to anybody else that has read the book, so that would be very interesting to talk about it a little bit. So that is Cannibalism, A Perfectly Natural History by Bill Schutt, once again. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe. I super appreciate it. I can't wait to talk to you more about more science and science fiction. Thanks for watching. Fenrir would like to thank you for watching as well. Boop.